Good afternoon, Robert Scribbler with the OBX Wave Report, providing this video to you guys once again from Jeanette's Pier. And once again today we have 1 foot waves. Today, right now in the afternoon, we call this fair conditions with light easterly winds blowing in the range of about 8 miles an hour. And occasional waves breaking, as you can see on the sandbar, but nonetheless very small. If you want to go catch some, you're going to need your easy paddling boards, your gliders, your long boards, your egg-shaped boards, your mini Simmons type boards, those kinds of things, maybe stand-up paddle boards, because there's really not much push to these waves at all. But we are looking forward to it changing conditions, and the wave picture does look better over the coming days. Nonetheless, can be pretty fun to get out into the small surf and catch a lot of waves. When the waves are small, you don't have to paddle as much, so you can get waves consistently. So even though the conditions aren't great right now for catching fun, fast, punchy waves, if you find a little bowl, depending on where you are, you might catch some. So yeah, it's just nothing to write home about. Very similar to a summer beach day, although what I will say is the conditions are gorgeous, with mostly sunny skies, some high clouds, high cirrus clouds, temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. Ocean water temperatures also warming up as well. Went out there without the booties, and also for the first time didn't really feel very cold at all in the feetsies. So it was just kind of nice, pleasant. Lots of fish out there, lots of skates on the sandbar. You can see them when you're out there. So be careful, be mindful if you do get out on the sandbar. Do the stingray shuffle. Don't go stomping on the sandbar and get stuck with one of the nasties. Okay, so let's look at the official data provided by the buoys, the model data, the wave monitors, and the National Weather Service, as well as our forecast data. So right now at Oregon Inlet, we've got 1.3 foot swell at 12 seconds, coming in at 80 degrees true, just off of due east, about 10 degrees off of due east. And so you can see what that results in here on some small 1 foot waves breaking on the coastline. At Nag's Head, 1 foot, and we'll call this fair, with an east-northeast swell at 1 foot and 10 seconds. Easterly winds blowing in the range of about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Air temperatures right now 77 degrees, very pleasant. Little cool breeze off the ocean. Yesterday we had some fog. I think the water temperatures are warm enough now that we might not have a fog issue in the afternoon. Yesterday we did have a pretty dense bank of fog roll in. Low tide this morning was between 10 and 11 a.m. depending on your location on the east facing beaches, and high tide this evening between 4 and 5 p.m. For Rodanthe, we've got 1 foot and clean conditions. We'll call it fair conditions, likely getting a little bit choppier with the change in the wind right now. East-northeast swell at 1 foot and 10 seconds. Winds shifting to the east between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Air temperatures down there about 74 degrees. Ocean water temperatures pretty pleasant at 64. And at Buxton, 1 foot and clean, east-northeast swell at we're going to call it, 1 foot and fair. I did get this data about an hour and a half ago, and then I went surfing. So so yeah, we're going to change that to 1 foot and fair because the wind conditions have changed. So 1 foot and fair at Buxton with an east-northeast swell at 1.1 foot and 10 seconds. Easterly winds blowing in the range of 5 to 10 miles per hour. Air temperatures 75 degrees. Ocean water temperatures 63. And at Frisco, 1 foot, slight chop. And that's our roundup for conditions up and down the Outer Banks. Today, approximately 1 foot, mostly clean. early. We did have some clean surf early in the day, and fair to choppy later. Slight build later with that change in the wind. So those west-southwest winds at 5 to 8 miles per hour earlier today are now shifting to the east at 5 to 10, maybe picking up a little bit stronger later in the afternoon. And those easterly winds will bring a steadily building swell over the next few days. High today in the upper 70s, might get a couple of 80-degree readings, and we're looking at some high clouds but mostly sunny conditions as we get into the afternoon here. And on Saturday, looking at tomorrow, we've got 2 to 4 foot waves and fair to choppy conditions. Winds out of the east northeast at 5 to 11 miles per hour. A high around 70 degrees for Saturday with a few clouds rolling in. We'll probably get mostly upper level clouds like what we're seeing today with these cirrus clouds overhead. And then on Sunday, 2 to 4 foot waves, choppy conditions, southeast winds blowing 5 to 10 miles per hour. A high around 70 degrees and with some clouds hanging in there. We'll call it clouds and sun. It probably won't be too cloudy. And on Monday, 2 to 3 foot waves and fair to clean conditions. South-southwest winds blowing 9 to 14 miles per hour. Highs in the mid 70s and looking at some cloudy conditions. And last of all, for Tuesday, 2 to 4 foot and clean. Southwest winds blowing at 11 to 14 miles per hour. Clouds and sun with highs in the upper 70s. All right, so if the small waves got you sad, we're looking at some better waves coming in here over the next few days, so don't be too bummed. But nonetheless, you know, if you've got the right equipment, you can catch some of the small waves that are breaking today. Although with the incoming tide, there's probably going to be less opportunity for that as we get closer and closer to the 4 and 5 o'clock hour. But tomorrow morning, waves looking bigger, if a little bit choppy. I would just note that though there are easterly winds picking up here, and that tends to bring choppier, less hollow, less punchy conditions, with those lighter winds, it won't be as bad as we would typically experience in the wintertime. And one last note, we are looking at finally some warmer sea surface temperatures. Sea surface temperatures now ranging between 60 and 65 degrees Fahrenheit up and down the Outer Banks. That's much more pleasant conditions. You can get in there with your 2 2-millimeter wetsuits, no booties, no gloves, feeling a lot more agile as we start to shed some of that neoprene, which is always a good thing. All right, thank you guys for joining me for this session of the OBX Wave Report. Much love to all you guys, and a shout out to some of my surf buds and surf mentor Jeff Carver down there at Real War Sports, who has just done so much for me and everyone else down there. Just want to voice my appreciation to all that he does and all that the team at Real War Sports does to help provide so much stoke and support and inspiration for all of us surfers out there who are looking to get in the water more and enjoy the beautiful oceans that we have up and down the Outer Banks here, and to have the opportunity to hone our skill and increase our joy as surfers. So thanks to everyone down there. It's been a wonderful experience, and if you guys are looking to, you know, just check out some stuff, stop by, and you know, there's so many helpful people down there at Real that can really you know, enhance your experience in the water. All right, guys, so thank you for joining me once again, and as I always do, I'd like to ask you all to please do everything you can to help protect our coastlines from the impacts of climate change driven by fossil fuel burning. Those impacts being rising sea levels, more intense storms, ocean heat waves, and ocean acidification. Thankfully, we do have solutions to the climate crisis becoming more and more available. And those solutions at first are starting out as clean energy solutions, clean energy mass deployment being the primary answer to the climate crisis at this time. And we've got wind, water, solar, and electric vehicles as the presently mass deployable forms of clean energy. Also, we are undertaking a lot of research and development for clean energy systems in the United States and across the world, additional clean energy systems. One of the research points ongoing here at Jeanette's Pier is a combined wave generation and desalination experiment occurring here at Jeanette's Pier. And this form of clean energy generates electricity through wave action, which is continuous. And then on top of it, uses the difference in temperature between the water and the air to generate or to desalinate water. And water around the world is, depending on where you are, can be under stress. And so we have need of new sources of water around the world. And one of the issues with desalination is that it can be awfully expensive, but if you made it to a clean energy producing system, it has the potential to substantially reduce your costs. So shout out to all the scientists who are working to make our world better. And a lot of that research happening here at Jeanette's Pier in the Outer Banks. All right, thank you guys for joining me once again for this beautiful Friday, May 3rd session of the OBX Wave Report. It's feeling very summer-like, and you know what? It makes me really, really happy. You know, if you don't have a chance to get in the water today, at least come down to the beach, enjoy the beautiful weather, get that scent of the sea breeze, and just let your heart open up and take in the beauty and the peace of this place. Thank you for joining me once again.